So, you have an SEO strategy in place, but how long will it take for you to see any results? And are there any tools you can use to monitor those changes? You, my friend, have come to the right place. So we've written that first check to the SEO provider and we're saying, okay, where are my results? Well, here's the thing about the freight train that is search engine optimization. It picks up steam, then continues to go faster and faster. But that initial period takes a little bit of time. How long? Well, this is a nuanced question and the answer might be a little bit frustrating. It depends. You see, some content is going to be such a hit, or there's going to be such a vacuum that it fills, that it's going to get picked up almost immediately and start generating some action for you. While other things are going to be on sort of a slow simmer and build up for you until they reach their full power. What we like to talk about is 3 to 6 months. If we're not seeing in our strategy some action between 3 and 6 months, we know that we need to make adjustments. And that doesn't mean, well, we'll just write about the same thing again. No, that means changing your targeting, changing your practices, making sure that the technical SEO is on point. That 3 to 6 months is crucial in an SEO strategy. So if you're not seeing anything yourself in that time period, well, it's time to start asking questions. And the first question would be, well, how do I know whether it's doing anything for me? There are a couple tools. The best two are free. I love free tools. Number one, Google Analytics. You should be familiar with this. Yes, I know that it looks daunting because there's a lot of graphs and not all of them go up and to the right and not all of them are green either. But you should have a good idea of what's going on in general. You don't have to get too far into the weeds. You should be able to pick out in the dates, hey, in August, I usually get this much traffic. With my new SEO provider, I'm getting this much traffic in the same month year over year. Is it more? Is it less? Is it the same? Well, these are indicators, right? Traffic is a fantastic way of judging whether something is generating traffic. Imagine that. Now, Search Console is another good platform for you to get familiar with. Again, you can see how much traffic has come to your site, but you can also get a greater idea of seeing what queries your website is showing up for. If your SEO provider says, hey, we've written content on this, this, and this, type those things into Google Search Console and you can see whether you're actually showing up for them and what is showing up for them. You'll get a good idea of how many impressions you get, what the click-through rate is. You can then look at that same URL in your Google Analytics to say, hey, people are really engaging with this site. This is fantastic. Those are just two ways if you're looking to pony up a little bit of cash on a monthly basis. And you don't need to because those first two tools are frankly all that most people need. But for a small amount of money, you can get a program with Ahrefs, with SEMrush, or with Moz, and they can give you a lot more in-depth information. How much you're going to pay is going to vary on how much you wanted to track, and you might say, well, you know what, if I'm going to be tied into using this tool for a year and spending $1,200, it's just not worth the scratch. You can also ask your SEO provider whether they can share any access to their tools too. They're already paying for them if they're doing a good job, which means they've got more data to share with you too. So we've got our tools, paid or otherwise. We know that we need to wait 3 to 6 months before we make any drastic changes to our strategy. So what else do? We wait. And then we make a decision. Recap time. SEO gains momentum over time, but can take time to build up speed. To determine the efficacy of any SEO strategy, you can use free tools such as Google Analytics or Search Console, the countless paid tools out there, or even the resources of your third-party provider. Evaluate strategies after 3 to 6 months and make adjustments as needed to improve your results. Question answered. Are there any questions we can answer for you? Leave them in the comments below. And if you want more ways to set your dealership up for success, connect with Wikimotive on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube for more ways to optimize your dealership's online presence and sell more cars.